Hello, in this video I will demonstrate you the flow for our module ActiveCampaign. So as soon as you will install the module, you need to go to this module, that is ActiveCampaign. Then in the configuration, you need to set the API URL, the API key and the webhook secret key. After adding all the credentials, you need to click on this button, that is test connection. Once the connection is tested successfully, you will be able to see this notification and your ActiveCampaign account will be connected with your Odoo database. Then the next thing is in the dashboard menu, you will be able to see different entities sync configuration. Like we have provided different entities which you can sync from ActiveCampaign to Odoo or from Odoo to ActiveCampaign. So the entity includes contacts, list or campaigns, tags, deals, and forms. So according to all the entities, we have the booleans. Like this boolean column is for the import. Like whenever you are creating any of the entity in your ActiveCampaign and you want it over here in Odoo, so you need to enable this boolean. Similarly, if you are creating any entity in your Odoo database and you want the same to be synced in your ActiveCampaign account, so you need to enable the boolean over here. The list contacts, list or campaigns, and forms are only being imported from ActiveCampaign to Odoo. So what I will do is, currently I have enabled this boolean, so it will automatically sync the contacts or any of the entities as soon as they are created on ActiveCampaign or in Odoo. The next thing is, we have provided a manual bulk sync button over here. Like if you want to sync many of the records manually, then you can click on sync now and all of the records will be synced from Odoo to ActiveCampaign or from ActiveCampaign to Odoo. We have also provided a date range boolean. Like if you are enabling this boolean, then you need to add the date, like from which date to which date you want to sync the data or the entities. Then if you click on sync now button, so it will only sync the entity records from the date range that you have entered. Another thing is, like we have provided one automated scheduler over here. Like if this auto scheduler is on, so what it will do is, like it will enable the background sync process and the scheduler will run periodically at the time which you have set in the schedule action. And like you don't need to manually sync the records, it will automatically run the scheduler and check if there is any update or a new record is created on either side of ActiveCampaign or Odoo, and it will sync automatically. So first if I go to my ActiveCampaign and contacts, so here I can see I have 3 contacts. And if I go to Odoo database and contacts, so here I can see I have those 3 contacts already created over here from my ActiveCampaign to Odoo. Now here I will create one new contact. Then I will add the contact. I will add to one list as well. So I have added the contact over here, a new contact. Now I will go to my contact module in base Odoo and I will refresh it. So you can see the contact is created over here in Odoo as well. Now I will create a contact over here in Odoo. And I will save. So a new contact is created over here in Odoo. Now I will go to my ActiveCampaign dashboard and refresh the page of the contacts. So here I can see the contact which I created in Odoo is also created over here in my ActiveCampaign account. If I go to my Odoo database and open the Kanban view of the contacts. So whichever the contacts that are in my Odoo database as well as in my ActiveCampaign as well will be having this kind of badge, like these are the contacts which are provided or which are seen on both the sites. Now in the ActiveCampaign you will be able to see deals. So deals is something related to the CRM. So here if I go to CRM and configuration and stages, so if I open any one stage, so we have a mapping ID that we need to enter, like whichever pipeline you are having in your ActiveCampaign. So here you can see this is my pipeline, the sales pipeline, and its ID is 1. So if that ID is added over here, so this stage will map the stages of the pipeline over there in ActiveCampaign. Also I need to map the ActiveCampaign pipelines stage with the stage in my Odoo database. So here there are 3 stages, like to contact, in contact, and follow up. So automatically it will consider like this is the stage with ID 1, this one is with ID 2, and this one is with ID 3. So if here in my Odoo database the new stage of my pipeline needs to be synced with the stage of to contact, so I need to enter the ID as 1. So whichever the leads that I'm creating over here in Odoo in new stage will be created in my ActiveCampaign under this stage. So let's say if in CRM I'm creating a new lead with this contact, and I'm adding the amount, clicking on add. So I have created this opportunity over here. Now I will go back, refresh the page of my deals in my ActiveCampaign. So here automatically the deal will be created similarly to the opportunity which is created. Now for this opportunity I will change the stage to qualified. I will save, and here in the stages, if in qualified, you will see the pipeline is same, that is the sales pipeline, but the stage is second stage. So if I refresh over here, so now you can see this deal has been moved to the next stage with ID 2. Now to the same lead, I will move it to one stage, and I will refresh the page again. So as I have only 3 stages, so currently that will not be visible because the status is filtered over here as open, but I will click the status as 1. So here I can see the one lead is added over here under this stage. Now I will create a deal from here. Like I will add a deal, and I will add the amount as this much. Then I will, now I will add a deal. So this deal is created over here. Now I will go back to my CRM in Odoo database, and so here you can see automatically the lead has been created in my Odoo database as well. The next thing is, if you go to email and campaigns. So whichever campaigns are visible over here, they will be synced over there in Odoo database as well, or you can create a campaign using AI and the same can be synced over here in campaigns. Like here you can see I have a test campaign in my active campaign which is created. So this is one campaign that I have created, and if I go and see, so here also the campaign has been created under this menu. Then similarly, if you go to website and the forms, so whichever forms you are creating over here using AI or the prompt, then the same forms will be visible over here in your Odoo database with all the respective details. The deals which you have created, that means the opportunities can be seen from the deals menu. Similarly, the tags, so you can create the tag over here. If you go to contacts and tags, so here you can create a tag like so a tag is added over here. I will go to dashboard and click on sync now. Once it is sync, if you go back to tags, you will be able to see the tags which are created over here in my active account. They are synced over here in Odoo as well. So this way you will be able to sync the tags, the deals as CRM, and the forms, the campaigns which you are creating over there in your active campaign, and the contacts in the base contact module. Also, if any updates you are making over here in your contacts in base Odoo, it will be updated over there in your active campaign account as well. So another thing is, like in your active campaign module in base Odoo, in the sync logs, you will be able to see the logs of each and every sync that has taken place from Odoo to active campaign or from active campaign to Odoo. So yes, this was the functionality of our module active campaign. Thank you.